Hello, hope you're having an amazing day. Today, I want to share with you how you can add a QR code for your website, or if you have a page that it's dynamic with multiple items, the QR code will update according to that page. And this is actually really cool for websites that offer menus, or if you're like sharing projects, or let's say you're doing real estate and you're like have your own website, and then you're just doing I don't know, some type of meeting and you want to share something very quick. So these are cool for that, or again for any type of idea or business that you have that might need it. This is cool. As you can see here on this page, right, I have this QR code. If you would scan it right now, it will take you to this website. Now we're gonna go into the dynamic pages right here. This is a collection with themes, and once we go into here, you're gonna notice there's the dynamic QR code right there. So if you scan it, it should take you to this specific project. And if we go to a different one and you scan also this QR code, it will take you also to this specific page. So now that we know that part, I'm going to show you how easy it is. So we're going to go back here and we're going to start pretty much from scratch. It's actually super simple. All you have to do is literally go here and add an image. So we can use any image right here. Okay, and then we can just like put it on the size that you want it. And right there. Now, if you skip this video, I'm gonna be upset. No, I'm just kidding. Because this is like gonna be the shortest, easiest video ever. So just bear with me, okay? It's super simple. So once you have your image here, one recommendation I give is to change it to something like blue color background, or something that it's not gonna look ugly, because depending sometimes on the person's internet, if it takes a little bit to load, it's gonna show whatever image you have there more once we do in the dynamic part. So that's why it's important that you put a specific image that you wanted to display in the event that the page is not loading. Now let's assume something happened with the code and it's not generating something. You can also use this with an actual QR code of the website with a message saying it didn't load or something like that. So you can use the QR code generator. So I'm gonna show you right now how you can create this code for your using your Wix website. Let me go here. I'm gonna show you this. So this website is free for you to create your own QR code. So you can replace this image with an actual QR code. Now, because this is gonna be dynamic, it doesn't matter. But again, this is my recommendation. So you can come here, put the URL, put your website here, and then download the image, and then you can replace this image with an actual QR code in the event that something would happen. Again, so far I've been using it for so many years now and it's working fine, so it wouldn't be a problem, but you never know. So again, that's a recommendation. So once you add that part right there, you're gonna go into this part where it says code, and then you're gonna click start coding if you haven't done so. If you already are coding, then you're just gonna go into this part right here. It's gonna open this panel. And for the static page, it looks like this, okay? So if let's say you're using a code on a static page, this is gonna be the code. And just to give you a heads up, you can have access to this code, so you can just copy and paste. On the description, I have a link where you can just go and download it. So you don't have to worry about copying this, but let me explain you what it does, okay? So the first thing is, as soon as you copy the code from wherever I'm gonna put it on the page, you put it on your website, you're gonna get an error because the image that you added is gonna have image X1, for example. So this ID, you need to change it for the actual code that is right here, right? I mean the ID, you have to change it on the code. So you either change the ID on your website or you change it right here on the code. Right now, because I already have this one right here, that's why it's not giving me any error. But if I would delete this, or if I would, let's say, change it, you'll see now I'm gonna get an error, and then I can turn this one into this this QR code. So I'm gonna copy this, replace it. So now this is my QR code, okay? And for a dynamic page, the only part that's gonna change is this right here. So once you do that, then you can just click publish and it's gonna be working correctly. So I'm gonna click publish so that way you can see that it works. And then we're gonna go here into our page. I'm gonna refresh this and one more time. Sometimes it takes a little bit. And then right here. So as you can see, now I replaced this QR code image for this one right here on the left. So for the dynamic pages, same concept. The only thing is gonna be, so now we're just gonna go and add it into our dynamic page. So I'm gonna add a new dynamic page so that way you see exactly what happens. And I'm just gonna go here because this is a Wix Studio. You go at the bottom right here, add a dynamic page. And then we're gonna use presents and we're gonna use projects, okay? So that way you'll see it's a completely new page. And then in your case, it can be whatever dynamic page you have. And then we're just gonna close this, we don't need it. We're gonna go into the detail page. And once we're here, you're gonna notice when you go under settings, right now it's picking up the title, but let's say you wanted to use the ID, right? Because again, it doesn't matter, it will still work. So let's just do the ID just so that way you see the example. And then we're gonna add the image right here. Let's set this up. We're gonna do corner. We're gonna do 15, sorry. And then we're just gonna adjust it to the page right here. And let's put it right there. And now the only thing we're gonna do is we're gonna paste the different code. The code that we're using here is gonna be the dynamic code. Again, you have access to this on the website link that I have below. And that's it. So you don't have to worry about trying to copy this or anything like that. So let me find the code. We have it right here. And I'll explain to you what it does. Okay? So we're gonna go to our projects item. Now we have our image right here. We're gonna delete this because that code is automatically generated. And then we're just gonna delete it. And then now we're gonna paste the code that I just gave you. Again, you're gonna have the first error right there. And then you either change the ID of your image or you change this ID on the code. So we're just gonna do it right here, which is easier. Code, image, and that's it. Once you do that, the error should go away. And as you can see here, it tells you that it's a dynamic page URL. So it should automatically generate it. We're gonna add it in our menu so that way you see exactly what happens. And we're gonna do dynamic pages. If I'm going too slow or too fast, sorry, I tried to go not too fast but not too slow also because there's people that are very new. But if you're new, feel free to, if you're advanced, feel free to skip to that part. So we're gonna go to list and then done, and then we can just publish this. So once we publish this, it will work perfect. Let's give it a second. And then let's go to the page. We're gonna refresh one more time. Again, it takes sometimes a second. Okay, there you go. So now when we go to projects, now we go to this specific project. And as you can see, the QR code is right there. So I'm gonna scan it just to make sure it works. Test it on my phone. Yep, it works perfectly. So again, One thing I would also suggest once you're working with the QR code is for the mobile version. What you can do, this is an extra tip that I will give you, is because the image is going to be too small, then what you can do is go into the onto the mobile version on that breakpoint, and then you can just either move the add a section right here and move the QR code by itself, so that way it doesn't let's see here, and it's gonna be here. We're gonna do Control Alt, breakpoints. So you can pretty much make it a little bit bigger. So that way, that's one way. If you would wanna do it correctly, I will just completely add a button that says QR code. So when you tap on it, it will expand, but it's gonna take a little bit more work. If that's something that you wanna learn or you wanna know how to do, just let me know in the comments and I'll do another video about that. But it should be also keeping in mind where you wanna put it on the mobile version, because the image, you don't want it to be too small. But again, thank you again for watching this video. Please, if you like to support, subscribe, and let me know if I can help you in any way. God bless you.